Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Halayla Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakadash. All praises be to the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of His Son and our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, to the 144,000. Double honor and respect to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Coming back at you with another lesson. The Bible is speaking to us in real time. I want to make this as quick as I can and get right to the point. There's a short video that I want to play first. So the Bible, when Yahweh Shai was speaking to the disciples, he would prophesy quite often, and he was speaking into the future. There's several examples of this, several examples. One of them is my favorite when he goes into Luke. But I don't want to jump the gun. Let's play a short video. This is fair use under Copyright Act of 1976, Section 107. So this video is only opinion and education, comment, or news or reporting, but it's not something that is confirmed facts, opinion, and for educational purposes as well. So I want to play a short video. Now, she's going into the face of this Epstein list right here. She's going into what the majority of the people look like. And we're going to talk about that. So the Bible is spot on. I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and he is not. All their lands is going to be lost. Their power, their gold, their riches. So that rich man, the rose is pinned on the baby caps. Amalek. So let's play the short video. So she's exposing them and how many women support whoever is in power and authority, regardless of who it is. Let's go into it. Fair use.
True in small pastorates, small churches, where the pastor has a lot of power. Don't anybody say, oh, yes, but it doesn't just have to do with that. I mean, a lot of women, still support these people. Sure they do. As long as women are in any way financially dependent on men, they're going to go along with almost anything, and that's just the truth.
Weak men, too.
The latest, and I saw this morning on TikTok, and it was so distressing. The whole latest thing about we're going to declare certain occupational fields as not professional fields. I heard that and I thought, well, that's the dumbest thing. That has no point. What is the point of that? Well, the first thing I looked at was that, if you look at the fields, and I wrote them down, it's like master's degree in education, a CNA, which is a medical helper, physician's assistants, social workers, occupational therapists, physical therapists are no longer, and there's more, they're no longer, I thought they had one thing in common. They were the fields women were in. Now, what does it matter? It matters because if they are declared to be not professional fields, people cannot get financial aid to assist them in getting the education necessary to go into the field. Got it?
Watch this.
No financial assistance able for a master's degree in education or physical therapy or physician's assistant. And why does that matter? Reason one, these are fields dominated by women. These are ways women can become financially independent, can become able to support themselves and their families.
Lord is
But
taking
number
it away.
two, I didn't even think about till I saw it this morning on TikTok. And Creator, forgive me, please, for not noting down your name. These fields, every one of them that I named, are mandated reporters of child abuse.
See that? So they're cutting off the reporting channels. Remember, this trafficking starts with a C. The C trafficking is global, grossing somewhere between 35 and 50 billion per year globally. So that's why I did a chat GPT. And here on chat GPT, it's being marginalized or written off, downplayed, which I find quite interesting. So that man of sin prophesied in the Bible is being revealed. And I recommend you watch this video, the whole video. You can search it on TikTok. So Amalek will be ruling in the last days. When Yahushua is going into that parable of the rich man, poor man. Let's go here real quick. Numbers 24, verse 19. Let's go to 18. And Edom shall be a possession. Wait a minute. We need to get this in the blue letter. Let's do that. Let's get this in the blue letter. I should have had it ready to go. Thought I did. Blue letter, because I want to show something. Blue letter. Oh, my goodness. Let's get this in the blue letter real quick. Right here. Numbers 24 and 20. Numbers 24. Let's go to verse 18. Let's go to 17. Numbers 24 and 17. So the context is Balaam or Balaam saw a vision, and he shared this vision with the king of Moab, Balak. He wanted to curse Israel, but he's not able to curse whom the Lord hath blessed. And on this side, in these last days, the elect of Israel are blessed, that are going to be shown mercy on this side. Context, Numbers 24 and 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheph. So let's look up Sheph. So this is talking about, I don't want to get ahead of myself. It's really talking about peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. A melting pot, conglomeration of nations. See, look, Sheph, tumult. Thine enemies make a tumult. Connects right back to Psalms 83. Let's click on this here. By implication, to make desolate, to be ruined. Desolate. See, remember, when you read Revelation 17, we'll get it. It's talking about what? I'm going to show you. Revelation 17. That goeth into, so ruin, desolation. right here, 17 and 11. And the beast that was and is not, and he, Revelation 17 and 11, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth and is of the seventh, and goeth into perdition. See, destruction, ruin, is that melting pot America, the daughter of Babylon. Let's look up perdition. Perdition. Perdition comes from the Greek apolea. Apolea. Perdition. See? Utter destruction, ruin, perishing, eternal misery. So they're going to go into 1,000 years of captivity and be destroyed. But America is going to be destroyed on this side, the near-term future. But Edom ultimately is that man of sin, the son of perdition. Now let's go back. See? Shath. Waste. The very name Esau, Ashashurah. Wasted away is he. See, look. Desolation. Ruin. Crash. So it's describing that kingdom that goeth into perdition. The daughter of Babylon, America. Numbers 24, verse 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Shaph. So remember, Yahweh Shai is coming to bring judgment to the West and ultimately the nations. But the major judgment and the major scene of deliverance is America. That's why King David in the spirit, who will lead me into Edom? Will not thou, O Lord, paraphrasing, and Edom shall be a possession. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession. So their lands are going to be given up to the sons of Jacob. So the tabernacle of David is going to possess, the tabernacle of David is going to possess the remnant of the heathen. So all the Israelite foreigners are being reconsolidated and reorganized under the thrones of David, while at the same time subduing the heathen under them, the other nations, taking their land and taking the people into captivity, slavery. Numbers 24 and 18. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. So Yahweh Shai is coming to judge these nations. Even when you read Isaiah 63, when he's judging Edom, the last ruling empire. But remember, their military arm is the West. That's the hammer of the earth we read about in Jeremiah. So you always take out the military in order to take down thrones, dominions. You must take down their military. So Yahweh Shai is going to do that and raise up the men of the house of David. Verse 20, here's the key point. Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations. His latter end shall be that he perish forever. So this is why So Amalek, the baby caps, where Moses talked about Amalek. Remember Amalek. I think that's in Deuteronomy 25. So that remembrance would come to the forefront in the latter days, where these men would be back in their lots. Those that they betrayed, and Amalek to get his judgment. Perfect balance. See, right here. Deuteronomy 25 and 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt. So these people would be regenerated to get recompense. The Israelites would get their recompense on Amalek, who would be ruling in the last days. Reincarnation, regeneration. And the Lord is going to render that judgment. Deuteronomy 25 and 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt. So now the children of Israel, the bulk of them, or the bulk of the tribes, are in the west, America, Babylon the Great. So King David was not smoking Indo when he said, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. So he was speaking prophetically into the future, the West, the daughter of Babylon, America. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way and smote the hindmost of thee, or the hindmost, or the hind, the back, the children and women that they were taken out. Who are they targeting today? Children and women. 25 people per day here in America go missing. Overwhelmingly children and women. See? What has been will be again. No new thing under the sun. Wow. Remember, let's go back to 18. How he met thee by the way and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not God. So just like right now, they're wearing out the saints, the international banking elite that are dictating policy through the West to these national puppet leaders. So in the latter days, that's why we went to Numbers 24 and 20, that Amalek would perish in the latter days. So Yahushua is speaking into the future of Gehenna and Capernaum, that place that goeth into perdition, America, the daughter of Babylon. You see how everything fits together. That's hell, a revised Roman Empire that's going to be judged with fire. That's the hell, the kingdom that we're under, revised Roman Empire. Let's go to verse 19. Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy God have given thee rest from all thine enemies round about, in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it. So these things are becoming back, or coming back to the forefront. They're resurfacing into our minds, being brought back into remembrance. See, that Amalek will be ruling in the latter days. I think we read that in Numbers 24 and 20. Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. You see? So he would be ruling over the daughter of Babylon, ultimately through the One moment. Computer talking to me. Okay, it didn't used to do that. Okay. One moment. Okay, let's keep going. I want to get another key point here. Yeah, let's go to Luke. And get to the key point. Luke 16. Yeah, right here. See? So that in the latter days, so Amalek would be ruling at the end. Luke 16 and 19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. So that's Amalek, and he's spearheading the hammer of the earth, America, the international banking elite, the Dukes of Edom. Watch this, see? So that's why King David said, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. See right here, verse 4. Revelation 17 and 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. So remember, the WEF, the World Economic Forum, is pushing, dictating national policies around the world. But America is spearheading that effort in purple. So they're claiming to be nobles or claiming to be the sons of David or the house of David, just like the Rothschilds claim to be the royal house of David, but they're not. Let's read it again. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Yeah, I read this earlier, and that purple stood out to me. So they would be ruling over the national leader of America. They handpick him. He's not elected, but pre-selected. And purple. See, Amalek. Let's go back to that. Luke 16 and 19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. So Jacob is a representation of Lazarus. You see, poor, poor, meek, lowly, humble. And then you have the elect that are being raised from a dead state, and that are going to inherit the kingdom. You know what's heavy about that is, Yahweh said, Lazarus, come forth. When you read Revelation, the Most High is going to say, my people, come up hither to be delivered from destruction, from that city that goeth into perdition, America. That's heavy. See, purple and fared sumptuously. America lives deliciously. That's led by the international wicked global banking elite. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores, at the bottom, being oppressed. So Yahweh is going to deliver the oppressed when you read Psalm 72, 4 through 6. So let's get ready to close that out. Just thought this was interesting, how everything fits together. Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. So that rich man that will be ruling in the last days, Amalek, Edomites, but they're at the top of that proverbial pyramid. The Luciferians, the all-seeing eye on your $1 bill. That's them. Even when you watch that 1968 movie, Planet of the Apes, Charlton Heston with the blue eyes, they call them bright eyes. That's a esoteric or secretive expression for the Illuminati, the so-called light bearers. It's a word I don't want to look up here. Let's find it. I can remember where it's at. See, so the major place of judgment, the daughter of Babylon. So King David was in the spirit when he said, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed." It's a certain word. Oh, yeah. This is what I want right here. Jeremiah 25, verse 26. And all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another. These are the judgments on the nations. So these other nations are going to go into slavery. And their lands is going to be given up to the sons of God, the Israelites, elect, sons of Jacob. Verse 20, Jeremiah 25 and 26. And all the kings of the north, far and near, and all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world, which are upon the face of the earth, and the king of Shishak shall drink after them. Let's look up Shishak. See? So think melting pot, conglomeration. America is at the center of judgment, the city that goeth into perdition. That's the spirit. Look what popped up. In Genesis, the Lord is going to kill you, in case nobody shared that with you. Let's go ahead and read this. Shishak. Right here. Shishak. Let's look that up. See, look at that. Shishak. A symbolic name of Babylon. There's more. Look. Thy fine linen. Look, taken from goddess Shak. I missed that before. Taken from goddess Shak. Another name for Babylon. Thy fine linen. Let's go back to Revelation 17 and 4. You can't make this up. Just like the rich man clothed in purple and fine linen. So the Edomites ruling over the daughter of Babylon and over the world, essentially. Revelation 17 and 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Let's go back. My brain skipped the beat. Revelation 17 and 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. I should have read fine linen. Well, purple and scarlet color. See? So it's talking about the daughter of Babylon, the West. Let's keep going. See that fine linen, Shishak. Yep, making sure I'm not missing something. Yeah. Let's look up, one moment. Let's go to purple. Purple, a finely garment dyed. So purple was very expensive because it was very difficult to reach or get to beneath the depths of the sea. A species of sea purple dye. So they had to dive to get it. So this is that fine linen. Garments or fine linen. It's amazing how sometimes your brain just freezes. Garment. No shit, it's an item of clothing. You see? But this is that fine linen. Yep. Let's go back and read this again. Shishak. How did we get there? Jeremiah 25 and 26. And all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world which are upon the face of the earth, and the king of Shishak shall drink after them. So we looked up Shishak, which broke down into fine linen, which is connected to the daughter of Babylon that would be ruled in the last days. That's the hammer of the earth. So remember, America rules over the kings of the earth. When we read Revelation 17, she rules over the kings of the earth. See, thy fine linen connects right back to that rich man parable. Let's see if this word shows up again here. Just want to make sure. Pretty much beat a dead horse already. Here we go. There it is. Yep, so we'll read it from here. It's easier to do it from here. Revelation 18, verse 16. And saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple. There it is. The Wadi Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. See? So you cannot make this another nation or landmass. This is that great melting pot. So it's very important to study the writings of the prophets, and including David, that spoke about America. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. And when we went into that word in Jeremiah 25 and 26, Shishak, thy fine linen. See? Revelation 18 and 16. And saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. And then Revelation 19 and 8. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white, for the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. Okay, that's getting into the elect being delivered. The true white people are the elect of Israel. The elect of Israel are the true white people, so to speak, that are under the doctrine of Yahushua and donning the robes of righteousness. So that's what I wanted right there in Revelation 18 and 16. To close out, back to the rich man, and we'll end it there. Luke 19, 16. And I'm tripping. Yep, see? Luke 16 and 19, Yahushua speaking. So we can see the connection now. We read Revelation 18 and 16, that woman clothed in purple and scarlet, living lavishly, deliciously. We read Revelation 17 and 4, and then we can see the connection to Jeremiah 25 and 26. And Luke 16, verse 19. The Amalekites, remember them, O Lord, what they did to us. Luke 16 and 19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. So these things are being brought back or called into remembrance. End it right there. We got to read what King David prophesied about. King David is a prophet, by the way. Right here. We'll close out, end it here. Psalms 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. Erase the children of Israel. Destroy them. And Babylon came in onto the southern kingdom and took them into captivity. The Babylonians, around 586 BC. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. See? Look at what they did to our children, especially northern kingdom, or northern and southern, bashing the babies' heads against the stones, feeding the embryos or the fetuses to dogs. That was most notably done in the Americas. O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. So when we read Deuteronomy 25, we went there, remember them, is to acknowledge their offense and to execute judgment under Yahushua. Deuteronomy 25 and 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee. Remember what Amalek did unto thee, by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt. So it's connecting to spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Revelation 11 and 8, America. And we read that city that goeth into perdition in Revelation 17, and rules over the kings of the earth. The last part of Revelation 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee, by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not God. So they struck women and children, stragglers in the back of the congregation of Israel. Therefore, it shall be future prophecy. How many remember the nunnut man that was saying Deuteronomy is not a book of prophecies? This man is crazy. I don't know how many brothers remember that. Deuteronomy 25 and 19. Therefore, it shall be, when the Lord thy God have given thee rest from all thine enemies round about, in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it. Why? Because the prophets would receive the Holy Spirit in spiritual Sodom and Egypt, America, and would bring these things back into remembrance through the Holy Spirit. A total recall. So, hopefully that was made clear and not all over the place. Fine linen, America, the rich man, the wicked Luciferians ruling over the kings of the earth that lives lavishly, deliciously. So you cannot escape the final judgment that's going to come upon that woman that's clothed in fine linen and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones. Shashat, the lady that liveth lavishly, the lady of the kingdoms in the latter days that we read about, and that Revelation 17:4 highlights as well. You see, connected to that rich man in Luke 16:19. So we beat a dead horse to death. Hopefully this lesson has been edifying. See you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharala and Abad Babal. We got next, Lord willing. Barakatan. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.